Hello students, in my last video we have studied about the microbes used in sewage treatment. There we have seen how the microorganisms are going to be used to treat the waste water generated in the cities and towns containing human excreta, organic matter and other microbes. So this sewage containing all these things are going to be treated by using natural microorganisms which are going to be removing the elements from the water, making it suitable to let in the water bodies by reducing its biochemical oxygen demand and increasing the dissolved oxygen. Hence, we could see that how using the microorganisms we can make the sewage water less harmful before letting it out into the natural water bodies. Today, we are going to be starting with the next part, that is microbes in the production of biogas. Biogas. What do you mean by this biogas? Biogas is nothing but a form of gobar gas that you all know that are being used in the villages. So when we are talking about this biogas is going to be a mixture of gases mainly containing methane. So methane is a kind of gas which can be used for lighting and also for cooking. So this methane gas is going to be produced by the microbes which are going to be called as methanogens. These methanogens are going to be helping us to make the gas that is methane. So methanogens grow anaerobically. Anaerobically means in the absence of oxygen on a cellulosic material and produce methane along with carbon dioxide and hydrogen. So what is cellulosic material? It is nothing but cellulose containing material. Means anything like your agricultural waste, the green plants, so whatever the fallen leaves or grass, all these are going to be containing high amount of cellulose. So these waste material of the plants together with the cattle dung, that is nothing but what is called as gobar. So all that is going to be rich in the cellulose. So we can use these materials, as on these cellulosic materials the methanogenic bacteria are growing and they are producing the methane, carbon dioxide and hydrogen. Example, it is methanobacterium. This methanobacterium is found in the anaerobic sludge and rumen of cattle. Rumen of cattle is nothing but the digestive tract of the cattle. Usually, the cattle are eating green plants, grass, leaves. So, when they are eating these all things, they are intaking heavy amount of cellulose through the plants. So, if they have to break down or digest that cellulose, they require the help of the methanobacterium. Hence, methanobacterium are going to be present in the digestive tract of the cattle, which are helping them to digest the cellulose. So, this can be got, so this methanogen can be got from the cattle dung, that is from the gobar, and this gobar is containing the bacteria. So, this dung, that is your gobar, is used to produce the biogas, also called as gobar gas. This biogas is used for cooking and lighting. Coming to the parts of the biogas plant, how exactly all the parts are attached. It consists of three main parts. The first is going to be a concrete tank. They require a concrete tank built inside which should be airtight. It has to be within the ground and it should be sealed from all the ends. So it should be a solid concrete tank which has to be around 10 to 15 feet deep, and this is going to be necessary to collect the bio waste and the slurry of the dung. So whatever matter you want to put in the tank, you are going to be putting it into this concrete tank, and over this concrete tank a floating cover is going to be placed so that it keeps on rising as the biogas is produced. So this is going to be your floating cover. So as and how the biogas is going to be produced, this keeps on rising up. Hence, this concrete tank requires a floating airtight cover. So as the biogas is produced, it is collected into a chamber and the cover keeps rising up. Then it requires an outlet so that the gas is going to be supplied outside. It requires another outlet to remove the slurry, that is whatever used slurry is going to be there or the sludge is going to be there has to be continuously removed so that new slurry can be added to it. So we require an outlet for the removal of the slurry. So in this manner, we can see that the biogas tank is going to be made up of a concrete tank with a floating cover with the outlets for the gas and the outlet for the used slurry, and there is going to be a way or a small tank wherein the water and the dung is going to be added to the digester where the gas is produced. In this case, the diagram is going to be very important from the exam point of the view. Always, most usually, this diagram of the biogas plant is being asked in the exam. So the labelings are very simple. For 2 marks, they ask this diagram. Then here we can see that in India, 2 organizations, that is the IARI, that is Indian Agricultural Research Institute, and KVIC, that is Khadi and Village Industries Commission, together developed this technology of biogas production in India. So these are going to be the biogas tanks, how they look. So this is going to be the inlet tank where the slurry has to be added. So here also you can see this is the concrete tank in the ground. Here the slurry will be added and it is going into the tank. So this is going to be your biogas plant, which is going to be very useful for the cooking and lighting, especially in our Indian villages. Now, coming to the next important use of the microorganisms, that is microbes as biocontrol agents. Microbes as biocontrol agents are nothing but the microorganisms used as pesticides, or you can say the microorganisms used to kill other organisms which are killing or which are going to be harming our crops. So here generally we can see that we are going to be using the chemical pesticides and insecticides into our fields, agricultural fields. But when we are going to be using this chemical pesticides and insecticides in our fields, they are going to be killing the organisms, the insects, they are killing, the pest it is killing. But these pesticides and insecticides together with harmful microorganisms, they are also going to be killing the useful organisms, plus they are responsible to cause pollution and many diseases. So because of this, a biocontrol method should be used which is not going to be having any such problems, and biology is only going to be used to control biology, you can say. So life is going to be used to control the life. So biocontrol is the use of biological methods for controlling plant diseases and pests. Example, ladybird, a beetle, you can see commonly, you can see this beetle in your surrounding. So this is going to be controlling the organisms, that is the aphids. Dragonflies, you see usually when the rain comes and goes, you can see that there are going to be many dragonflies there in your surrounding. So these are going to be helping to control the mosquitoes. These dragonflies eat the mosquito larvae. So they are helping to control the mosquitoes. So in this manner, by using this type of organisms, you can control other organisms. So that is nothing but biocontrol agents. So let us see how the microbes are used as biocontrol agents. First example here is going to be the Bacillus thuringiensis, that is BT. It is called as BT. In your lesson, that is biotechnology, you have already studied about the BT cotton. So here it is an example of the microorganism used as a biocontrol agent. This Bacillus thuringiensis here is going to be used to control the butterfly caterpillar. What is to be done? So only this Bacillus thuringiensis is going to be available in sachets, that is going to be in small packets it is available. So the dried spores of the BT are mixed with water and sprayed on the vulnerable plants, that is on the important plants such as the brassicas and fruit trees. These are eaten by the caterpillar. In their gut, the toxin is released and the larvae get killed. So what we are doing is, these Bacillus thuringiensis are going to be the microorganisms which are producing the toxins. So these toxins are going to be harmful only to the caterpillar larvae when it is going to be going inside the stomach of the caterpillar larvae, wherein the alkaline pH is going to be there. Alkaline pH means it is going to be a basic pH is going to be there in the caterpillar stomach, that is in the digestive tract. Basic pH, alkaline pH is going to be there, and this Bacillus thuringiensis get activated and release the toxin where they are going to be going inside the caterpillar, that is inside the butterfly larvae it is going. So what they are doing, they take the spores. Spores means the bacteria which are dried, they are taking them, they are mixing it with water so that it is getting activated and it is sprayed on the crops. So when the caterpillar are eating the crops or eating the leaves, together with that it is eating those bacteria also, and these bacteria when they reach the stomach of the caterpillar, they are going to get, caterpillar is going to be getting killed because the toxin is released. But on the other hand, this Bacillus thuringiensis is not going to be affecting human beings or any other organisms, because in our gut, in our digestive system, acidic pH is there, not basic. So even if we are eating those leaves or crops, nothing is going to be happening to us. In this manner, we can kill the caterpillar larvae eating the crops by using the Bacillus thuringiensis. Apart from this, we have also seen that scientists have introduced Bacillus thuringiensis toxin gene into the plants itself. So no need of spraying it on the top. Instead, in the plant genome only they have introduced the BT gene. And hence when this BT cotton or BT genes is going to be used by the caterpillar, it is dying. So example of this is going to be the BT cotton. Then the second example is going to be the Trichoderma species, which is going to be a fungal species. So they are usually going to be found in the root ecosystem, that is in the roots. Trichoderma is literally going to be the fungus found in association with the roots of the plant. They control several plant pathogens. They are helping the plants to be pathogen free. Then the third example is going to be the baculovirus, that is in the baculovirus, especially the genus that is Nucleocapsid nucleopolyhedrovirus. So nucleopolyhedrovirus, which is going to be a type of the baculoviruses, are used as biocontrol agent because these viruses attack the insects and other arthropods. It is suitable for species-specific narrow-spectrum insecticidal application and desirable in integrated pest management program to conserve beneficial insects. So when we require to kill some organisms but we want the others, when we want to choose some organisms, at that time we can use this type of viruses because it is going to be very species specific. It attacks only few organisms and not all. Because of this, it is broadly used in integrated pest management. Then, this is going to be all about the microbes used as biocontrol agents. Now, coming to the next one, that is going to be the microbes as biofertilizers. Before going to what are going to be microbes as biofertilizers, first of all, what do you mean by biofertilizers? So, biofertilizers are going to be nothing but these are going to be the organisms that will enrich the nutrient quality of the soil. You know urea. Urea is going to be sprayed in the plants or in the crops to increase the variety of the crops or increase the growth of the plant. But this urea is going to be in turn harming the soil. But if we use certain biological agents only to increase the quality of the soil and crops, then it will be very nice. So microbes are going to be used to do this work to enrich or to increase the quality of the soil. So let us see these microbes. So biofertilizers are going to be that organisms that enrich the nutrient quality of the soil. Example, bacteria, fungi, cyanobacteria, etc. Rhizobium is going to be such example. So this rhizobium is going to be a symbiotic bacteria in the root nodules of leguminous plants which fix atmospheric nitrogen. So what these rhizobium are going to be doing? These rhizobium are going to be helping the plants to absorb the nitrogen. So these are found in the root nodules of the leguminous plants, as you can see over here. Leguminous plants are nothing but those which are producing legumes. For example, even your methi is going to be a leguminous plant or your soya bean is a leguminous plant. So the rhizobiums are going to be found in the root nodules of the leguminous plants. Free living bacteria in the soil, example the azospirillum and azotobacter, are also going to be enriching the nitrogen content of the soil. So let us see first the mycorrhiza. So this mycorrhiza that are going to be there, so they are going to be the symbiotic association of fungi, like example the glomus with the plants. So the fungi with the plants are forming the mycorrhiza. The fungus is going to be getting food from the plant. Ready-made food from the plant it is absorbing. But in turn, this fungus is also going to be helping the plant. In what form? So the fungus is going to be helping the plant to absorb phosphorus from the soil and it is passing it to the plant. So it will absorb the phosphorus and it is giving to the plant. Then it is helping to give resistance to root-borne pathogens and also providing tolerance to salinity and drought. It is keeping the pathogens away, and it is also helping the plant to survive when there is salinity. Salinity means when the salt content in the soil increases. Or drought. Drought means extreme dry condition when water is not there. So at those conditions, these mycorrhiza are helping the survival of the plant. In fact, it is going to be giving the overall increase in plant growth and development. So this is going to be the mycorrhiza, which is going to be used as a biofertilizer. The next one is going to be the cyanobacteria, also called as the blue-green bacteria. It is an autotrophic microbe which is going to be producing its own food. They are going to be helping to fix the atmospheric nitrogen. Example, Anabena, Nostoc, Oscillatoria, etc. So these are going to be mainly used in the paddy fields as biofertilizers. It also adds organic matter to the soil and increase its fertility. So this is going to be the cyanobacteria as a biofertilizer. So this is going to be all about the microbes used as biofertilizer. So with this, we end your lesson, that is going to be the microbes in human welfare. So in this lesson, you have studied how the microorganisms are playing an important role in the human welfare, not only in the household products, like we studied your right from the curd or maybe the wine, etc., or it is also used in the your industrial products for the production of the many things like the antibiotics and the fermented beverages. Also used for the production of chemicals, enzymes and other bioactive molecules. Then we saw they are going to be used in the sewage treatment. And today we also saw how the microorganisms are going to be used in the production of biogas, plus how the microbes are acting as biocontrol agents and how the microbes are going to be acting as biofertilizers. So this is going to be the lesson, that is microbes in human welfare. I will be sending you the question and answers for this lesson. After completing the notes, please try to write down the question and answers of this lesson. So that's all of this lesson.